Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, look at this morning. Look how amazing it looks outside. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my goodness. So listen, let me turn this around because this video, I know I could not sleep at all because I had to come on and speak to someone today. I mean, could not rest at all. Listen, let me tell you the secret. The secret of this whole thing. We are in one of the most amazing shift seasons in our lives. If we just think back on some of the times in our lives when when we just think back on some of the times in our lives that we were under pressure. Just think back, work with me. When you were under pressure, that it seemed like it was no other way out. That was the atmosphere that God was able to do the miracle. That was the atmosphere after they said no, after it looked like it was extreme. Let me tell you the secret. In this hour, the Lord is blessing his people like never before. I come on here today to tell somebody, stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking the process. I come on here to tell you the secret. The secret is to not allow yourselves blessings. Hello, great products, and yes, pressure brings diamonds. That's right, that's right. It brings diamonds, and it brings the beautiful power within that we all are to acknowledge. Let me tell you something. God is doing a thing in this hour that nobody will be able to question. He said, every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess. I am meeting individuals that are in the brink of God wanting to bless their lives, but they're asking the wrong people for opinions. Let me tell you the secret. The secret is that you have to stop asking people that have not gone where you are going. We are in a season where people are asking blessings, Yanni. People are talking to people that you don't know if they were sent to from the enemy, but they're giving you advice based on their limitations. One thing I can tell you, start talking to individuals that have already done what you are trying to do and see how it changes your life. Start not overthinking things to the point that you paralyze yourself, because we're looking for perfection, and our purpose requires perfection. It requires faith, being willing to, if I fall down, to go back at it again. I'm trying to tell you, you're looking at somebody that has beyond recovered from bankruptcy, foreclosure. So if anybody is at a point, I'm like, what is on my nose? The skin. If you are at a point where you are scared about, I don't know what's going to happen with my house, I don't know what's going to happen with my car. Listen, sometimes God is trying to remove some things to give you greater. He wants to bless you with even the more. Sometimes we're holding on to crumbs. Listen, you're looking at a person, talk to a person. Let me tell you, just like I tell everything, let me tell you from a person that has seen the other side, right? You're looking at somebody that literally just a couple years ago we was in the next situation in 2006 and 7 when I had, the houses market. I bought a house. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a great asset. And guess what, you guys? We're back here again. Are you ready to maximize this season? Do you have your credit together? You're looking at a person that came from a 5-something, because I was like, I'm just gonna use cash for everything. I don't believe in credit no more. I'm just gonna do what I'm just gonna use my cash. But listen, let me tell you how this thing goes. Listen, why use your cash when you are able to leverage your credit? Why are you using your funds in your bank account that you need to be saving for transactions that are requiring cash funds? Don't use your guarantee. Let me tell you strategy. See, when I meet with my clients, a lot of times they're abstract thinking of things without seeing it through. And sometimes you just need a strategy from somebody that's seen the other side multiple times so they know exactly what you should do. I want to tell you, I don't care if you got a 4-something right now. I don't care if you have a 5-something. If you just focus on doing whatever you need to do to get your credit right in this hour, you're about to be in the midst of one of the biggest transfer seasons ever, and people are sleeping. I've been telling for the last 2 years, I said, get your businesses together. You need multiple streams of income. This is what I've been preaching forever. Get multiple streams of income. It's nothing like having consistent, guaranteed streams of income income blessings. It's nothing like having multiple consistent guaranteed streams of income to the point that you have a certain level of revenue coming in, and then you literally are able to leverage your credit to make more money. I'm meeting so many people that I'm like, this is the hour. Please don't be sleeping. You're in the moment where, you know, if you are a service-based business, where are your products? If you are in a service-based business, I am here to ring the alarm. Where are your products? You need products right now, because this thing is not over. Listen, watch the signs. Have you read books that have what happened in 1929? Listen, nothing is new under the sun. The rotation of wealth happens the same exact way. Are you preparing to pivot in your business, or are you doing the same business as usual, thinking you are out the clear? See, that's the trick of the enemy. That's the trick of the enemy. This should be the time that you were using this whole 7-8 months of COVID to educate yourself on different type of investments, seeing what type of preparation do you need to be able to create your level of comfort. See, you are in control of your level of comfort. It's going to rain and storm regardless, but depending on what your level of preparation is, it's going to determine if your boat rocks or not, right? See, everybody is going through this different processes and getting affected in different ways, but let me tell you, for those that are willing to bunker down and to look at the big picture, if you have a 9-to-5, where is your business? If you have a 9-to-5, I'm not telling you to leave your job. I'm telling you to add some more multiple streams of income. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to start positioning yourself so that your family can have a certain guaranteed residual income coming in. Are you using the things that you have right now that you're literally thinking is just okay? Why are you not maximizing that? I'm telling you from the other side, I had the 5-something score. I started off with getting a prepaid card through Wells Fargo. Just what year was that when I had to start back? I think it was 2014. I had to get a prepaid Wells Fargo card. I went from one prepaid Wells Fargo card to over 30 different trade lines just on the personal credit. We're not even talking about business credit. And you guys know I have multiple businesses, right? So I'm trying to tell you what the deal is, but too many are sleeping. I come here today to tell you, stop talking to people that don't know the other side, and you're listening to their fear. You're listening to their misunderstandings. You're listening to their lack of being willing to be uncomfortable. You have to sacrifice. See, when God is telling you something, it's a lot of things that you're going to tell people that they're not ready for, but that's not your problem. Plant the seed and keep it moving. This is not the hour that if you're thinking about your children's Christmas, or if you're thinking about if you have an extra $500, you need to be fixing your credit. Leverage your credit so you can make more money, so you can stop saying every year you don't have no money. Because it's nothing but the same multiplication and flip. How do you think businesses are ran? It's not by thank yous. It's about creating profits and returns. It's about how am I leveraging my business to be able to operate on a higher scale. See, everybody want to stay. You know, I'm like, listen, I could not sleep. I'm telling you, this is for somebody. I could not sleep last night because my mind was like, all I could say is thank you, Jesus. Because I remember the days when all I had to work with was a $500 prepaid card. Then the Lord has blessed me to have over multiple 6 figures of just leverage of credit, right? To be able to do whatever I want to do. If I want to buy a rental, if I want to buy if I want to build this, or if I want to go and get the manufacturer for this, if I want to be able to leverage, it's certain projects that I have to get on that I have a certain amount of assets, right? Listen, let's play big. Let's stop listening to people that have not done none of the stuff we're trying to do. That's not their vision. I was talking to a gentleman the other day. I was at the Home Depot, and he was like, oh my God, I love your car. How did you get this car? I said, this is just a car. You can get it too. It's a car note, but it's all in how you structure it, right? I don't believe in buying luxury cars. I like my businesses to pay for them for me, right? See, so many, we're doing old-fashioned things when you need to be looking at when you're seeing them in the Maseratis and the Lamborghinis and the Maybachs, they're using that as another stream of income. See, we're just looking at from the outside and spending all our money trying to live this when you don't know the ins and outs of it. Ask people that are already doing it. I told the young man, listen, I know you're right now at Home Depot, but you need to figure out what are your gifts. God has given everybody multiple gifts to be able to create wealth in their life. But we're sitting on them thinking that it's not necessary because we're talking to people that are too familiar to us. And a lot of times people that are too familiar to us, they have literally gotten immune to our greatness, and they're acting like what you do that is special is regular. And I want to tell you, it's not regular. It is placing you to be able to make sure you live an amazing life. But he said only those that are willing to multiply their gifts. Are you in a position that you've been laying dormant on your gifts? I told the brother, listen here. Listen, you need to create multiple streams of income. This is how you can get these type of things. And you don't have to just look on Instagram or Facebook at screenshots of people's life, living the life that you want, because you don't know the ins and out on how they did it. See, we have to stop looking at stuff without getting the understanding. See, the Bible said, with all things get understanding. Do you know why you're doing what you do? Do you know how they're multiplying what they're multiplying? Don't just go out there buying stuff or doing stuff when it's a method behind everything. See, when I meet my people and they're buying $100,000 cars, why are you doing that? It's depreciation. Do you have any assets? Are your assets paying for, or are you just going into debt? Listen, you don't know why that person got this type of thing. Did you ask? Don't just go out spending your guaranteed cash money just to look like you got it when you're going to have to go through seasons of sacrifice. Listen, let me get back to my point. I told the brother that he needed to create multiple streams of income, and he needed to not leave Home Depot because everyone needs a base. I've been doing hair for 20 years. That has been my blessing base for a long time. Listen, did you ever see me stop? It's a base. Until you can remove that base to create another base so you're not trading time for money, you'll be good to go. But that takes time. That takes strategy. That takes understanding. And that takes reading. That takes investing in knowledge from people that are already doing it and people that are already multiplying. See, we're talking to four-figure earners. You heard what I said, four-figure earners. The average African-American household has less than $500 in the savings. Listen. Why are we talking to those that cannot help us get to where we're going? Why are we strategizing for those that are going blind and they're telling you based on fear? They're telling you based on limitations. They're telling you based on what they think or what they was told, and they don't even know the answer. I told the brother, it's easy. Create multiple streams of income. Start with your gifts. What are you gifted in? You need to create a business in that. You need to structure it then from creating a business in that to get to the masses so that it can go to multiple places so that you can now multiply the things that you're doing in the same 24 hours and still getting your base money, right? Listen, that's called systems. I offered a program that was about systems, how to make your business run while you are out doing whatever you're doing. Listen, my business is running right now while I speak, and you see where I'm at. I'm in the park. I'm in the park. They're doing what they do, and I'm in the park. I told the brother stuff. He said, well, they said that's hard. I said, who is they? Why are we keep on listening for generations to they that ain't never did nothing? They that have not created the wealth yet that the Bible says we're supposed to have from generations of generations. The Bible says you're supposed to have for your children's children, and we're talking to people that can barely pay their bills every month. That makes absolutely no sense. The Bible declared, if he tells you something in the Bible, that means that it can be, it's set up to be done. If the Bible tells you that you are to have wealth for your kids' kids, it says for your children's children, that means your bills ain't even in the picture. That's already covered. That means, I told the brother, I said, who is they? Did you look for yourself? Or did you just ask? Or I'm going to take you back to the analogy I told a young lady the other week. Listen, we got so many people cooking half a turkey still from the oven that their great-great-grandmothers cooked the half a turkey in, and they're still eating half a turkey and taking twice as long because they don't even know why they're cooking half a turkey. They never asked their mother why she cooked half a turkey. They just started repeating the same cycle of cooking half a turkey, of steady hiding $2 under their bed or $3 under their bed. Now they can go back and get the same $2 and $3. Why is your money not working for you? I could not sleep because somebody needs to hear this today. Who is they that you're listening to that is giving you advice based on their limitations, based on their fears? Who is they in your life? The second thing that I want to tell you is don't overthink a thing. Listen, the ones that are making these millions ain't thinking twice as hard as you. They're getting the blueprint. That's right, Angela Hope. They're getting the blueprint. They're going to invest in the knowledge. See, we don't want to invest. We want everything for free. But you see what happened to free stuff? Free stuff was either donated, free stuff, that's just to get you this on the surface. That's never to give you the whole breakdown. See, that's why we getting all this free stuff and don't know what to do once we get past the free stuff. Are you investing in the knowledge? I told you that I paid millionaires to teach me how to make millions. Not when when I had the millions, before I get the millions. So I know how to structure my businesses. I'm not walking around here with just a business name that is just structured. It's not even a corporation. It's not even an LLC. It's not even an S Corp. It's not even a C Corp. I'm just walking around here with a fictitious name. We can't make wealth doing things bootleg. Listen, I'm telling you from the other side. I'm telling you from somebody that started off with one security guard not so long ago. And until I needed to get one of my major licenses that can allow me to get multi-million dollar contracts, I need to show the money. And then I was like, oh, I've been using cash. You got to show the money. Where's your assets? Listen, you can't play ball. You can't even get into hedge funds and really invest on a level in how they're multiplying their money until you hit at least $200,000 to $300,000. Listen, they don't even allow you in the door. You can't even get in the room to play with the big ballers until you have a certain amount of guaranteed assets. We can't do that saying I'm just gonna have a fictitious name. We can't do that saying I'm finna ask Pookie and Tutu what I need to do and they still living out their trunk. We can't do that anymore. Your children are depending on you to really value your next level. See, we're in a season that those are not valuing their next level and they think they got all this time in the world to do something that you have the space to do, that God has given us an entire year to do whatever we needed to do right now, to get your mind right, to get your body right, to get to literally start leveraging your different systems in your accounts so that your businesses can work at a smooth flow if you were not to be there. Listen, he gave, so you can't say you didn't get the time. You can't say you was busy. Because he gave us the time. Listen, he gave us the time. You will not see this ever again in your life until you retire. What are you doing with your time? If you don't have the funds to invest, you need to be getting a book. If you can't pay for coaching from whomever, you need to be getting a book. Because my dad always told me, see, this is one thing my dad told me. He told me, if you want to put something major out into the world, put it into a book, because they don't read. Listen, $25, $30 of a book from somebody's journey will change your life. But you must see the value in knowing that it costs me way too much not to know than to invest to find out. It costs me way too much not to know, to stay not knowing and to stay guessing for years at a time, to stay looking like I got it just for enough every 6 to 8 months out of a year, and then I'm back to the same situation. It takes a level of discipline. It takes a level of structure. It takes a level of being willing to fail. You heard me say I had baby clothes. I lost it all 3 times. But did I really lose it? Because that allowed me to learn how to master the game. That taught me how you need to know how money really works. You need to see what systems are in place, because wealth is created by systems, not by getting paid by the hour. Wealth is being created by systems, because then when you have systems in place, you can be able to multiply, and it's an endless cap on how much money you can make instead of what I can do in my physical hours. Listen, you're talking to somebody that has been a business owner for 16 years, that the Lord has provided every last one of those years, right? You're talking to someone that has told you, I have been down to $5 stretching my 2 for gas and the other 2 for food and the other $1 in case I need something else to get the 6-cent change. You're talking to somebody that, listen, I got to tell you, I'm not here to flop. I don't have to, because I know that somebody needs to hear this. What's your plan, sis or brother? It is businesses. The only way you're going to be able to play ball moving forward is if you have a business. Is if you are a consultant, is if you are set up so that you can play with the big boys. And playing with the big boys is not an overnight process. Listen, this thing requires a level of sacrifice. Don't listen to they. Stop overthinking it. Research it for yourself. Try it. If you fail, do it again. You just heard me tell you last week, I had 2 interviews 2 weeks straight and they kept getting denied the stuff that I was trying to do. But this morning, I'm telling you, that is already done. I got the receipts and the checks in the mail. I'm trying to tell you, because I don't stop. No means nothing to me. No just means not right now. Figure out what else you need. Because see, all of those failures allowed me to know how to guide somebody else that's coming behind me to get to where I am. Listen, for they can go in a quicker time frame. Like, you don't have to spend the 5 years or the 10 years or the 15 years. You can get in the game and invest a good solid year, change your mindset, create an environment that you love living in, live in your purpose, be able to live, literally no longer work ever again because you're working out of your passion. Listen, it's possible, but you must get the real knowledge from either looking it up yourself. Stop asking people that have not gone there, where you're trying to go. Listen, when see, failure is not failure. It's just a lesson. What is the lesson I need to get? Listen, when I lost it the second time, I stopped buying all that stuff. I stopped buying cheap stuff. I stopped buying the pink purse, the red purse, the purple purse in the same color. I was a shopaholic because it was not the stuff, it was the emotional connection to it. Let's get to the root of the thing. Why are you doing what you're doing? Have you thought about it? What are you trying to feed that is no longer working? It has never worked. That is only putting you deeper and deeper and further behind. Listen, I stopped buying and I started valuing the funds that the Lord allowed to come through my hands. And I started not holding on to stuff so tight as if this is my all be all. You are the abundance producer. It starts within you. So a man thinketh, so is he. So if you think, whatever you think is true, it's guaranteed to be true. Whatever you think, go work, not go work, it is true. Whatever you say is going to be, it's going to be. Whatever you say, oh, that's too much, I don't know, that's exactly what it's going to be. Listen, I'm telling you, this is the hour. Don't miss it. One thing about it, if you look at my timelines and you start looking at a lot of stuff I've been talking about years ago, you speak it into existence. You make your actions match it. You put yourself out and you don't fear failure. Failure is just lessons. Every whatever failed more than they won. But it only takes one good win to change your life, baby. It only takes one good win. It only takes one good real contract. It only takes one good connection. It only takes one good right hello. It only takes one. So we must stop thinking about, oh, this ain't work, or I ain't gonna do that, or I lost money. You gonna lose money. That's the whole point. Come on now. If you lose, go make it again. The money is in you. Make it again. You produce it. Get creative. What do you like to do? Offer it to the world. Offer it to the people outside of your circle. Start meeting new people. Let's network with the purpose. Come on now. Let's get in the game. Let's get in the game. Are you intentional about your time, your actions, and your energy? Or are we still worrying about what people think? That's low vibrational stuff. Listen, that's gonna serve you no good. If they get sick, you don't have to get the shot for them. No. Stop. I talked to a gentleman the other day. He was coming out doing a project, and I told him, listen here. He said, I wanna do this. And he said somebody told him if he did the action that he was going to do, that he was going to get bad luck. I said, and you listened? That's just like back in the days when they said if you see a cat walk across the road, go the other way. And you think that's true? You finna take that on? That's crazy. You finna take that false belief on as if it's real? You finna accept those people limitations as if that's real? That's not yours. That's their karma. That's not yours. Don't take people failures that they're not looking at in the right perspective as a lesson, as if it's valid. We got people going all around the wrong way. As soon as something happened wrong, that it happened. Well, Lord, that must mean that the Lord don't want me to do it. How about that might mean that the Lord wants you to do it? How about that might be your confirmation? Because there is no advancement without friction. You cannot get to the next level without it being some type of friction going against you. You're going against the grain. See, before you were going with the flow, just however, all the yeah girl, do this, yeah girl, do that. That ain't lead you nowhere different in your life. But when you start going against the flow, you're going to expect resistance. That's your confirmation. If it ain't no resistance, that might not be it. But we're so stuck that our minds have started early on thinking that when something is complicated, that I need to stop. No, dig in deeper. Go in even the more. Research it even the more. Get the real understanding of it. Stop getting the surface stuff. Literally become a master in that area of it. That's the reason why you're seeing that level level of pushback, because you're actually supposed to master that area. That's your area of expertise. You're getting that. See, if I look at it as that, it becomes an easy quest, because now I just get to get some more knowledge on it. Now I get to figure out another way. Now I get to figure out, because you can't strategize until you know a thing. See, you cannot strategize until you know it from the front and the back with your eyes closed. You know exactly what to do. You know how to tell somebody, listen here, go to this light, turn to the corner, listen here, this area is normally always backed up. You don't need to take that street. That street is going to get you late. I need you to get up 15 minutes early, but I need you to take this other road, and it's going to get you there so you'll be on time early. See, because they've done it before. That's just not their first time down that road. I'm telling you, I could not sleep, and I said, Lord Jesus, allow me to get on, like I got to get up. I'm out here with the birds. My business is running. Listen. And then started another one while we was in the middle of COVID. Listen. Why we got people around here thinking that this thing has cleared up and it's gone over our heads. No. Baby. You better get yourself set up. You better get yourself structured so you can play big. You better get yourself some type of leverage. You better create your own level of cushion. You better get yourself in the real game, because if not, you're going to be at the bottom of the barrel with the masses that's talking about, can you please help me? That's not where you want to be, because the Lord has given you power to be a blesser, to be a giver. But we must stop stopping on first base. No, it's a whole other set of bases. There's levels to this thing. The more you are comfortable going around the base, the more you get comfortable hitting them home runs. That's all you're going to hit, baby. That's all you're going to hit. Listen, wealth is created by strategy. It's not just a simple, I look at lessons as compound interest in my life. The more lessons I learn, the more valuable I become. Because then I know the right way. Then I know another way. Then I know what produces. Then I know what multiplies. Then I know what now takes less effort. Now I don't have to exchange my time for money. Now I can actually have time to deal with my mind and my heart and be able to literally see what this life is really about. Listen, it's on a Friday. You see what a Friday. But I'm not going to tell you. It took me years to create those bases and foundations. When people said, Nekia, are you using, why we ain't see you do this? Don't worry about what you see me do. What you see me do is what I choose to tell you what I've done. Because see, I'm old school, baby. I'm old school because everybody ain't ready. See, one thing I learned about I was in the hair game back in 2006 and had the real plug to source hair straight from India back then, and I started giving it away to every stylist that they say they was my friend, and they was like, ooh, where you order this from? What did you get the glue from? You heard what I said, 2006. Where you get the glue from? Well, because you had to be licensed, and back then you had to be licensed to get a lace. Back then you had to, units started at $800. Back then people actually valued things. See, now we have given so much things to people that didn't value it. Now they've messed up the whole entire industry and have people thinking that their value is not what it is because you gave it to the wrong people that did not look at it as what it was worth. Now you have people calling you thinking that you've been in the game for 20 years and going to be doing something for somebody that's been in the kitchen, that's only been walking YouTube University, that you're thinking that that's valid. No. But that's when I learned that lesson, that everybody's not ready for real stuff. Because then if they don't value it, they mess it up for everybody. Just like when you start trying to help people get this and that, then they bring in all the schemas and the scammers. See, integrity means everything. See, I didn't think that I lost it. I was upset and I started shutting down. But see, that taught me a lesson. It's not what you know. So you were willing to stay up all night to spend your money on your credit cards to be ordering stuff from all across the world back in 06 before they even knew about manufacturers, while they were still buying $16 packaged hair. You knew the real plugs on the real quality hair, the virgin hair, the one that lasts really, really long, the one that you can have for over 10 years and it's amazing. So you had to learn that lesson early because I got a time for you. That lesson is going to pay you greatly, because now we're in a season that, listen, here we are again. You heard what I said, we're here again. And now we're here again. See, folks forgot what happened in 06, in 08, and what happened in the market back then. Folks forgot what happened in the .com market. So you need to be reading books that's telling you what happened. See, nothing's new under the sun. What happened the last time this happened in the world? Did you see how they started structuring their business? Where did they put their money at? Where did they focus? What industries did they pay to be able to literally get the major contracts? What industry? I'm telling you, game, listen, because listen, it don't take nothing from me. Listen, what industry are they telling, and what industry did they set up last time for the infrastructure to get rebuilt? What happened the last time the market crashed? What happened? So you got to know these things. You got to read up on these things. You got to prepare yourself. What happens when it comes this time? You got your credit ready. You got your money ready. Listen, all you got to do is press go. All you got to do is press go. You've been doing your research. You've been literally leveraging. You've been building relationships. You've been getting connected to people that literally see the greatness in you from day one. You've been getting your mind right. You've been aligning with purpose. You've been literally starting to not let things bother you, not get to your spirit. See, that's petty stuff. I don't have time to give energy to that. Well, I don't give a care. That ain't gonna change my life. Why am I gonna be worried about somebody that's not gonna change my life? That's why you've never heard, it's not gonna change my life. Whatever somebody say, never gonna change your life. We got to get delivered from people. Them people can't, whatever they say about you is never gonna change your life. I don't care if they say you lost it all. Oh well, watch the come up. When they said I lost my mind, do it look like I lost my mind? Look like I, if I gotta take them saying I lost my mind, but then checkmate, I know I ain't lose my mind. Listen, you gotta care less about what you gotta go through for the process. You gotta care less, because see, most people looked crazy when the enemies, when the Lord told them to do things. You normally gotta go through being willing to look crazy. You normally got to be willing to go through some things so they look like you fail. Because listen, how he gonna bless you in front of your enemies if you around here acting like you concerned about the enemies? Enemies don't exist. They just people that need hugs. They actually are your biggest fans. They don't understand that what you see in people is actually in you. What you dislike in people is actually things you dislike in yourself that you be hiding behind closed doors. Check to the mate. Come on now. That's why I say you focusing on people and what they saying when they right here pointing out stuff about people that's actually what they've been battling with. Nobody just seen it yet. So why are you caring about what people say? You better get yourself freed from this stuff so you literally listen, this is going to be the biggest wealth transfer ever. Remember, when it looks crazy is when the Lord does his biggest work. It gotta look like disastrous before. That's how the miracle, it can't look. Listen, it's a miracle if they look like they died and they came back to life. So until the situation looked like it undied, when God bring it back to life, that's a miracle. That's the same thing right here. When things got to look like that in order for you to get a miracle, because it won't be a difference in the transaction. Listen, it got to look like, you heard me say it was a no, but did I care that it was a no? No, I'm finna keep on going until I get this yes. And guess what? I got multiple yeses within a week of two no's. Listen, it only takes one good yes. It only takes one good connection. It only takes fertile ground. We must start getting ourselves prepared mentally. Quiet ourselves down. Invest in things that you don't know. It costs you too much to stay not knowing. I meet people say they ain't got no money, but you around here spending everything. You got $1,000 phone and you ain't got no credit. That's the craziest thing. It looks like you need to be spending the monthly fees getting your credit right, so you can leverage yourself to get multiple things that you can flip to make you some money. Now you got some money and you ain't spending none of your money. Come on now. I be like, well, because I'm an engineer, so stuff have to make sense to me. So I'm like, you sitting up here saying you ain't got no money, but you saying every year you get this make it happen spirit around Christmas time for the kids' gifts. If you just focus like that with that same saving money, that same discipline, that same structure that you do every year around Christmas, you won't have to do that again next year. And a year after that, you'll have money all year long. If we just follow those same structure, because it's in us, if we follow those same make it happen for the kids, just for December, for toys that they go tear up, how about start investing in things that you can invest in their future? How about we get our kids' accounts set up early? How about we start getting to the point that our kids can actually work for us and be on payroll? How about to the point that we start getting stocks when our kids are born, so that when the time they get 20 and 30, they got enough money to buy whatever they want to buy, to start whatever. They don't have to work for nobody else. How about we start positioning things that we can actually lead to our kids? I can't lead them people job to my kids. I can't leave none of that to my children. I can't, the next generation will have to start over from scratch. No. I'm telling you, I could not sleep because I know somebody needs to hear this. Stop listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. Stop listening to people that are not where you already trying to go. Come on now. Come on now. Stop listening to your mind when it tells you no. Get up anyways. get up anyways. Even though I can sit around and lay down for a couple more hours, I need to get up. Because there's some things that I need to be at. See, when you get moving, you start, see, when your life gets active, your blessings get activated. See, when your life gets active, your blessings start getting activated. Listen, when I got sick and tired of talking to people on Facebook every time and all they saying is, yeah, girl, and I'm looking at their life, girl, what you doing with the information? Yeah, girl, I don't need a hand clap. I'm trying to tell you, things are about to get real, and you around here ain't prepared, you ain't created nothing, you haven't ordered nothing. We know that November comes, that's the end of the year, that even if you wanted to start a business, the shipping about to be crazy, you ain't, what you doing? But we around here TikToking it. We around here worrying about who marriage is this and that. You around here focusing on the wrong stuff. Get your life right. Get your stuff in alignment so you can sit and chill by the pool. So that you can buy whatever you want to buy. So that you can literally be able to connect with. Because see, everybody ain't going to let you in the room until you have proven yourself worthy to be willing to do the work. They're not going to let you in the room. They're going to let you look at it. You can be a witness, but they're not going to let you know how it's done. And that's what's been happening generationally for us for years. We just was guessing how it was done. We didn't know how it was done. Because when somebody told us that it cost $500 or $250, it ain't about the money, it's about what happens in your life. Did it make a change? See, we too busy worrying about the dollar value, but not looking at what the change happened in my life. Listen, we too busy worrying about, I'm not paying that person no $500 for no hour. It ain't the hour, sis. It's the people they finna tell you exactly who to go talk to. And now you finna turn that 500 into 100,000. But you worried about the 500. Come on, you still worried about holding on to the 500. How you gonna expect to make the millions when you holding on to 500? You can't invest on that level. See, when you start making millions, you gotta be willing to take the risk. You gotta be willing to take the risk. But you holding on to $500. Come on now. Somebody listen. I remember when I had my first coaching program from Marshawn's Daniels Evans, and the program was multiple 5 figures. Hold on, yeah, 5 figures, multiple 5 figures. And at that time, I had just started investing like for classes that was maybe $14.97 or $19.97. I had never gotten into a course or a program that required 5 figures. I was just doing the 4 figures, and that was a lot for me. And then let me tell you what, it was not even about the program, it was the atmosphere. It was the atmosphere, it was the people. It was the people that I was able to meet. It was the energy, it was the shift that I needed to do. It was my journey was taking notes if I was willing to invest and bet on myself. It was not the transaction. My journey was willing to, my journey was taking note. See, your journey is actually who's taking notes. Thank you for sharing this. Your journey is who's taking notes. Too busy we looking at what we doing when you need to worry about. Don't worry about nothing. Don't look to the left. See, that's how I was able to meet Miss Beautiful Angela Hope in the program. Listen, we were willing to invest in what we didn't know, but we know we wanted something more, but we just didn't know how to get there. We knew we had a voice. We didn't know how to put it together. We knew that we wanted to get paid to run our mouths, but we didn't know how to maximize our greatness to really make a difference in others' lives. We know we had to talk our head out to people that was around us every 5 minutes, but we knew that it was more to that. See, that was just boot camp. That was just preparation. See, I learned early that when I was doing hair, that was just I was on the job training for this season. See, learning how to meet all kind of women from all across the world and from all kind of backgrounds, and learning how to understand the atmosphere and how to shift the atmosphere, and understanding how to literally make a person feel different and better. They left better than what they came when they came through the door. That taught me how to add value. Because then anything you do in business, as long as you add value, you're good. See, they didn't come to me even though I was amazing with hair. They came because of the experience. They came because I was a stylist that was willing to educate myself. So whatever my client's talking about in the chair, I can add value to them. I can tell them, sis, oh, you talking about this? Okay, well, if you do this, this, and this. See, so they didn't care what I charged for hair because they came for something else anyway. They was like, listen, let me get this knowledge, because once she leave, because they were like, you gonna leave us, let me get this knowledge. So they come and like, let me make a hair appointment, because they knew when they came for the appointment, they were not going to leave the same way they came in the door. See, you are the product. You, not the things you sell, it's you. Whatever value and impact, and how people remember how you make them feel. See, when I meet new business owners and I see them just getting a taste of money and they start acting like their clients need them and like people need them. Listen, they can spend their money somewhere else. Sis, I can tell this your first round at money. Because you acting like you all beyond. I remember when I was there, I thought that, oh, these people calling every 5 minutes and, oh, they this and this and this and that. See, you about to mess up your blessing. You around here getting too cocky. You're not staying humble. You're not realizing, see, the enemy got your ego and pride blinding you. You know what happens? Pride blind you. Honey, it's a great fall. You heard me say I lost it all 3 times. I don't have to learn that lesson again. That's a lesson I ain't got to learn again. I understand that someone can spend their money wherever they want to spend their money. I understand that it don't matter how good I am. That is seasons in his life. And you can be good all day long and people go somewhere else. Listen, it's very talented people right now don't have no money. It's a lot of great people that are broke right now. Because you got to know what season you in. You got to know that you value a person believing in you. You got to know that you got to treat people how you want to be treated. You got to understand that it's not about you. You got to understand that you must kill that pride and ego daily. That pride and ego gonna mess you up every time, baby. So you thinking that, oh, because you good and you popping right now. Remember, especially in Orlando, it taught me well, because, you know, they go around in little circles. You know, it's an identity crisis here. So they just go to whoever they think make them look like something more than what they are. I don't know what it is. But, honey, they'll go to you this week and go to somebody else the next. They chair hop just based on who's all in the air. They don't go based on value and quality. It's just who's everybody talking about right now. So you can think you popping right now, and then the next year you're broke. No, I'm serious. It's real out here, but that taught me a valuable lesson. That, listen, don't you ever think too highly of yourself. Don't you ever neglect when somebody invests in something that you have. Don't you ever take that lightly. Don't you ever take that somebody was willing to take the time to come to you when they could have came to anybody else. Now you have so many beautiful, amazing stylists. That's why I'm like, sis, I used to tell my stylist friends, sis, styling, I love it. It's an amazing gift. But this is not a business. This is a hustle. If I gotta be here to make my money, it's a hustle. So you must be intentional when you're in service-based business so that you transition your life, because you can't stand on your feet forever. You can't do that forever. I didn't want to raise my kids in no salon. I didn't want to be able to not invest in my children's education. I didn't want to not have a man because I'm just always working 15, 14 hours a day just to make $1,000 when there's so many ways we can make $1,000 a day. I didn't want to have to burn my body out and end up in the hospital every single time because I'm burnt out spiritually, emotionally, because when you're touching on people, you're touching on all their spirits and all this stuff. You're drained out for multiple days. Listen, it was more than just hair. I understood that was a ministry. That's why I try to teach the young girls coming up. Listen here, baby, I know you're thinking it's money, but it's deeper than that. You're on the job training. Make sure you get your lessons. Make sure you're able to trans out positively so that you're not one of the ones that literally don't have no other options. They didn't create any options during their young years. Now they're back against the wall and they don't know what to do because they're tired. Because they failed and thought that in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, when they should have been getting it, they was around here chilling. In their 20s, see, what you do in your 20s, 30s, and 40s going to determine if you're able to even retire successfully. You heard me say successfully retire, meaning that you're able to retire with peace and you ain't got to worry about your bills. It's not like you just making just enough to retire, but that starts through sacrifice early off. That don't start about just tomorrow I need some money, it's gonna come tomorrow. See, normally when you need something is when you don't get it. See, normally when you need it, you don't get it. That's why when you forget about something is when it happens. Normally when you need it, you don't get it. So that's why we need to be prepared. That's why we must go through seasons of sacrifice. See, the Lord told me last year to clear my space. He told me to decrease all my liabilities. And I'm like, I'm living in a penthouse. I'm over here, I got my glass from top. Listen, this is my dream place. He told me to get rid of it. He told me to decrease all liabilities. I was like, well, if you told me to decrease all liabilities, I'm gonna shut it all down. You see me got on no lashes. We sell magnetic lashes now. Because listen, that's $250 a month. I can be putting towards the stock market. Listen, I can be putting that towards the stock market, baby. I can be paying some of these investors to tell me which ones to go in, what I need to be looking for, not just what the people say invest in. Why am I really invested in this? I need to know the strategy behind it. I need to research these companies, understand that I need to go on these different websites to see what's their revenue. Are they actually good, viable companies? What's their return? What's their dividends? Listen, I can put them $250 in the stock market. That's gonna make me more money. Listen, I'm focused on how this money go grow. Listen, Listen, so when the Lord told me to decrease all liabilities last year, he told me to clear out my space. Listen, I had a friend that told me, tell me the 10 people that you deal with and what they do, what value they add to your life or not add to your life. The second line was, tell me how did you feel after you dealt with them, or when you got off the phone with them? Did you feel drained? Did you feel empowered? Blessings. Hey everybody, RJ Hunt. Did you feel, hold on. Did you feel drained? Did you feel empowered? Did you feel like iron sharpened iron and you were able to exchange? Then he told me on the last column that I needed to provide a solution for the things that no longer serve me. And I needed to literally not cut off, but those individuals that drain me could not have access during this season. That's what I did last year. And then I started the year before that. I told y'all when I was sitting back, laid back in the Columbia, I told you guys that things were changing. That was September of last year. I tell you, God blesses me every September in a major way. I tell you, every single year. What we in again? What I told you just happened? Okay, checkmate. What we in September? Okay, okay. Now you better look here and understand your cycles in life. You better know what your cycles is. You better know when you under that pressure during those other seasons, because we in harvest season, honey. Listen, we're in the Jewish calendar. We're in the beginning of the year. Things are going to be spiritually heightened. You better know when things are getting heightened. But that requires you to get a relationship and calm things down. That requires you to listen to God and do things that are uncomfortable. That requires for people to think you've done them wrong, but you're really trying to help them out. That requires for them to literally stick to the plan. That's why I came up with the bracelet. Stick to the plan. Stay focused. What you thought it was just something else I was selling on Facebook? No. It's because every time I need to stay focused, I look down on that bracelet. Listen, I need to have a reminder, because every child I see, I be like, listen here, get this to your baby. Because see, while they're in school right now, they need to learn how to stick to the plan early. They need to learn how to only focus on the bottom line, stop getting all emotionally wrapped up, because that's what the world is doing right now. They so emotional. Anytime somebody do something emotional to you, falling apart, playing your cards all wrong, exposing yourself, you're failing the test. Because your emotions, you got your emotions running your life. Listen, we must mature. The Bible tells us it becomes a time when you must stop getting milk. We must go deeper. See, going to church is the first level. It's more than that. What's your relationship with the Lord? See, we've been following the same trend and seeing people that was broken and delivered for 30, 40, 50 years, and still they died miserable. They died depressed. And you think we finna keep on doing the same thing they was doing? They was not free. Them people was giving us advice from pain. Them people was telling us stuff from generations of self-torture. And we continue in the same cycle with people that was locked up in rooms for ages. We saw them every single time we saw them. They were not happy. And we're not going to repeat that. I need to get free. I need to stop this so the next generation can grow up whole and healed and know their purpose from day one, that they can have wealth from the beginning, so we can focus on, baby, what you good at. What were you sent on this earth to do? Your mama, see, in the womb, honey, mama gonna be talking to you. Listen here. Hey, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to raise you. I'm not gonna look at that child as a burden, because I prepared for that child. I prepared for that husband. See, when I become a wife, I'm not worried about his talking about, oh, I gotta prove to the man here, man. No, handle all of this. I've been handling it for a long time. Handle all of this, because my business is already set. They on rotation. So I listen. You want to smother? Oh, what you want? Smothered pork chop? I really don't want to feed the man that, because I believe in investing in my husband. So you're gonna eat healthy. So I believe in marinating meat overnight. I believe in getting up in the morning, making sure you eat. I want to make sure that you get your vitamins, because see, you're the head of the household. I need to make sure I invest in this husband. See, I see women around here, the husbands eating all kind of fast food. How is that the head of your household? The one that's supposed to be making sure the foundation, the king of your earthly, and you around here got the man eating all kind of bad food. Well, what is going on? He don't take no multivitamins. He ain't been on no checkup and I don't know how long. He don't walk. He don't exercise. You know, men cannot operate like that for long. That's why men ain't supposed to be single. You need structure. You need a woman that's taking care of you to make sure you're all right. She sees things that you ain't seeing. And we around here got all these brothers thinking they doing something because they staying single for 50 years. No, because you're going to have to pay for a nurse. It's real out here. It's real. Listen, this is not the time to play. This is the time to look at your life. Everybody's covers were unveiled. Everyone. We were all able to see what we were really working with. We were all able to see, did I really invest? Did I really put up for a rainy day? Did I really set myself up for a cushion? Listen. Listen, I just wanted to come on today. I wanted to come on today to tell somebody that don't just look at stuff that you see, get understanding about it. Be willing to invest in what you don't know, because it's costing you too much to stay not knowing. One thing I learned that it cost me way too much to stay where I am, than be willing to go and do whatever I need to do to get to the next. It's costing me way too much because I don't get time back. Time is the only thing that you don't get back. Time is valuable. See, I don't want to be on this earth being miserable the majority of my life. I don't want to live till I get to retire for 2, 3, 4, 5 years because I done burnt my body down the whole time. As soon as I retire, my body think it's time to shut down and die. I don't want to be one of those people. I want to make sure that I create my norm. One thing my dad has taught me is that my father passed at 54 years old from sacrificing for his family. That's why I do what I do. I got to do what that man didn't have the time to do. Listen, he sacrificed for me. So this is why I live so intentional, because that man left here at 54 years old. The patriarch of our family left at 54 young. But I seen that man get up every morning at 4:30 in the morning. I seen that man have nothing but fresh $100 bills. I seen that man build not just his house from the ground up, but plenty others. I seen that man be willing to go on job sites and ask somebody, how do I do this? I don't know. I seen a man that did not ever know his father a day in his life turn out to be an amazing man. I seen a man that said, I'm willing to sacrifice for my kids. I'm willing to get them what I didn't have. I seen a man do it. See, when you see it, you're able to now do even the more for the next. See, every level is supposed to be another level of advancement. See, when you see it, see, I saw producers. I seen my mother make a house a home. I seen a lady that was meek and gentle. I seen a lady that was sweet and that nobody in the city can say she was ever nasty. I seen a woman that could literally live with a good name. I saw it. I saw that it was possible. I saw that it was possible. See, we have to create what you create what your children's norm is. It's not what you say, it's what they see you do. So when they see you dropping the ball, when they see you saying you go do something for them and don't do it, they stop believing. They stop believing in people. They stop believing that, they start thinking that when somebody says something, they ain't gonna be true. So then you start training their minds to doubt early. See, your children will repeat what you do, and they will say whatever you say when they get older. Listen, they hear you. They hear you. But I want to tell you, in this season, those that are parents, those that are women that are single, baby, live your best life. This is, if you're single like me, get all you need to get from your singlehood. Listen, let singlehood not owe you nothing. Listen, so when your next phase in life comes, you can be able to effectively be that next position for yourself. If you are married, go through the process of giving that person grace. Go through the process of healing your heart so that the things that trigger you when they don't focus on them, it's on you. So that the things that they do is not none of your business. You just go show safe space for them to be able to grow. Listen. It's about the process. The more I heal, the more capacity I have. The more I heal, listen to this. The more I heal, the more capacity I'm able to have. The more I heal, yes, my schedule is closed. So depending on what you need, so if you want coaching, then the schedule is open from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. If you want hair, it's Thursday, Friday, but that is open. So if you go on the area, if you want coaching it's available Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday, and the schedule is Thursday and Friday for hair. And the only reason why I have not got out the hair game is because I have not found a replacement for my clients. I can't leave them doing COVID like this. I can't leave them in this atmosphere because they've been too good to me. I value loyalty. Listen, it's plenty ways I can make $200-300 an hour that I'm not slaving with hair for 4-5 hours of hairstyle, because I understand it's a ministry. I understand that what I give, I will always receive when I need it. See, sometimes we have to sacrifice to do a thing, not when it's convenient for us, but when God has told us to listen, stay in the game. Know why you're doing what you're doing. You'll have a whole much better experience. You'll be able to go through the process much more effectively. See, sometimes we're just doing things just to be doing things. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Know why you're at that job. Know why you need to be connected to talk to this person. Know why you're not saying this. Know why you're not doing it, because that requires us to have self-mastery. See, when you master yourself, you become a powerful person. When you master your emotions, baby, they don't see your cards. They don't know, you know how to play your hand. See, when you know the value of what you possess, you ain't got to be telling all your business, trying to convince people. Listen, see, doubt in our ability to have confidence allows us to shut our mouths. It allows you to shut your mouth because you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. And you're not concerned with nobody. You're only focusing on your journey to take notes. See, when we run our mouths, that's showing our weaknesses internally. See, the most quiet person actually is the most confident person. It was the whole opposite way around. The most quiet person is actually the most controlled person. That person has self-discipline. Listen, that person actually has self. They don't have to just say whatever comes to their mind because I just feel like I want to say it and that's just what I want to do. Listen, that's how I was the whole beginning part of my life. Messing up all kind of opportunities because of my mouth. Because what my attitude, see, people don't want to sit down and they're not going to invite you into the table when you don't even know no protocol. Because you just want to say what you want to do. I'm going to straighten so-and-so and I'm going to get them straight. Oh, call Kia, she going to get them straight. No, that's not the energy you want to be around you. You don't want to be living so defensive to all you're doing is attracting confrontations. I'm telling you from sheer experience. I was the little black one that they said was always problems. I'm trying to tell you. Because I was hurt. And hurt people normally trying to defend themselves. They normally trying to protect themselves. Until I learned to heal. I learned to heal. So I don't have to attract that energy anymore. I don't have to attract situations that make me have to be going off on people. I don't attract situations that make me have to prove something to somebody. Listen, it's actually the opposite now. If my spirit feel like it got to strain somebody or prove something to somebody, I am gone. That's my key. That's my sign. I'm out the door. Because people that see your value from day one. People that see your value, you ain't even got to tell them nothing. They be like, oh, they see your greatness from day one. You ain't got to prove nothing to people that are destined for your destiny, that are placed to be able to help you level up. You don't got to prove what you can do great for them. They tell you before they believe in you more than you believe in yourself. They be like, oh, girl, I see it all over you, because we all understand the concept that what I see in a person is in me. So we around here, ooh, and on about this person when that's what's in you, sis or brother. That same thing you admiring in them is in you. That's why you connected to it. That's why you drawn to it. It's in you. It's in you. It's in you. So you guys, we're gonna go back and I'm gonna close on out so I can get this lap in. Cause I done sweated enough. Listen. Don't listen to people that have not been where you're trying to go. Stop overthinking things. Stop allowing yourself to not figure it out for yourself or to invest in the knowledge. Get a book. Anything that you've ever wanted to do under the sun is in a book. Most successful people or people that have been freed and delivered have books, and they're telling you exactly what they did to get there. So if you can't pay the $350 or the $250 for a session, you need to be getting the book. You need to be getting the book. You need to be reading. You need to be taking time for yourself. You need to be learning self-love and self-care. You need to be putting yourself as a priority. Listen, start there. Even when I deal with coaching clients, listen, if their life is not organized, if they are not emotionally sound, I need them to focus on that first, because we cannot produce from an empty vessel. We're not going to send you out here telling you we need to be focusing on money when you're going to be attracting all the wrong situation, because your internal spirit needs to heal first. You need to focus on getting your house clean. You need to focus on getting your house organized. You need to start eating better. Eat how you want to feel. Listen, I'm a thick chick, but when I tell you, do you see? Listen, just eating how I want to feel. Eating how I want to feel. Because I understand when I eat them chicken wings how sluggish I feel. I understand when I don't take care of myself and drink my water that my potassium go get low. I understand. Oh, blessings. Thank you so much. Thank you, darling. Blessings. I'll get the book out for you today. Listen, I understand that. I've been doing the emotional eating for years and it didn't serve me, but I understood that the more I got healed, the weight just started falling off because all of my triggers were no longer there. All of the things that I was using as a pacifier instead of getting in the midst of it. But let me tell you one more thing before I get off this live. Listen, this is the season of the pivot. When they say pivot means not turning around and stopping something and doing something totally different and walking this way. Pivot means to literally walk towards and stand in where you currently are and look at your life. See personal wise and business wise, what all am I not mastering? What money am I leaving on the table? What services can I offer additional? What am I not doing that I am literally leaving right here? The pivot means see, the world is pivoting right now. Why everybody else think the coast is clear. They're restructuring all their businesses right now, honey. You're gonna see a whole nother dynamics. They done showed you how this thing go. They got robots at drive-thrus. They got computer-based grocery stores. They telling you these people jobs ain't coming back. They're pivoting right now while people are thinking the coast is clear. Check to the mate. They're pivoting right now. They're restructuring their businesses, and they're not going back to how they used to be. They're finding out that we can reduce this overhead over here. Listen, they're shifting right now, figuring out ways, because you have to learn how to change. The easier you are to adapt to change, the better off you are. So many people holding on to things they've been doing that ain't been working for years. Pivot. Look at what you're not doing. What areas that you have left on the table. And I just want to tell my stylist right now, where are your products? Because sis, you're going to have an online presence. You need to maximize your expertise, sis. Listen, you need to do that right now. This is not a thing that I'm not playing about this. Because this thing is going to shift again and you're going to be stuck here saying you ain't got no money. They're not giving out no more money because the election would have been done by then. Listen, get yourself together. Pivot right now. Prepare so that you can produce in multiple ways. Listen, this is the hour that you must prepare yourself for things unseen and seen. The Bible tells us to be vigilant, right? He told us not to be sleeping. This is the hour that you must keep your eyes open. For those men that are I meet men that are in construction and I meet men that are in the trucking business. Listen, it is so much money out here. It is so much real money. When I tell you, if you are a minority-owned business, and then don't let you turn up and be a woman minority-owned business, it's millions of dollars out here. Contracts, multi-million, hundreds of millions of dollars out here. And we still selling out the trunk. Listen, we still working. It's millions of dollars out here. You just need to get your stuff right. Where's your credit? You can't play ball if you don't have no credit. You got to be able to leverage things that are going to work for you. If you're in a service-based industry, you need to be prepared right now. Do you have your stuff online? I just told you guys, we're officially on Amazon, Shopify, so we're selling in all countries right now. Listen, we're transitioning. We were working. You just see the products. It was just not to offer for my clients that came to the salon or to the wellness center. It was to be able to offer to the masses. When you see me making these videos, I got over 100 and some videos on YouTube. See, I was working. I was staying focused. God, listen, it's not what it looks like. That's why you must follow your plan. You must follow your plan. Do you have a podcast? Do you have multiple ways to get to the masses? Are all your beans in one bucket? Are you putting all your bags and your balls in one bucket? You must leverage your creativity and you must leverage your gifts. Are you doing that? You must pay to get the right certifications. You must pay to play. It takes money to make money. Realize that. So if you're holding on to $500, don't expect to make no real money. Because what freely leaves your hand, freely will always stay in your life. Come on now. The law of reciprocity. What I put out, I receive. Whatever I put out, it comes back to me when I need it. Listen, it's the law of reciprocity. That's why how we treat others, it comes. Listen, it's simple laws. Not even in the religious spectrum, it's certain laws on this earth that is designed to work. That's why you see people that are non-religious or you see them non-religious. They're more successful than individuals that are religious. Because there's certain laws that apply. You must pay to play. You can't get what you're not willing to put in. There is no fast way to wealth. It takes time. It's compound. Just like credit, it's over time. It's compound good payments, not one good payment and think I'm finna get credit. No. And then for those that have businesses, you need to have business credit. Come on. on. Listen, business credit does not show up on your personal credit. Let me tell you, business credit, literally they'll give you 3 times whatever they're gonna give you with a regular credit card with 3 times less of the interest rate. So if they give you 20-some%, they're gonna give you 8-9% with a business line. Come on now, you got it's just so much out here. It's so much out here. I hope this was able to bless somebody that has been doubting themselves. I hope this was able to put a shift in somebody. Listen, you looking at somebody that lost it all 3 times. So I'm telling you, don't fear nothing. You ain't got nothing to lose but to learn. The only thing you got to lose is the lack of learning. Be willing to put the time in to learn. And don't expect it to be no overnight process. If you get it quick, you're going to lose it quick. Remember that. Consistency is what creates longevity. Consistency creates longevity. Remember that. Consistency creates longevity. Not quick fixes. Quick fixes, you be back in the same situation the next day. So you guys, I love you. You're doing well. Listen, what this say? Listen, you are doing well. You have survived. And you are prepared to see all that God has been preparing you for. You have survived the things that were meant to take you out of here. You had the battle of the mind, sis, that the devil tried to make you think you was losing your mind. But baby girl, let me tell you, brother and sister, that's your power place. That's the place where you're able, see, when you speak, they listen because you got something good to say. See, you was having all those health issues because you're actually a healer. Listen, you was going through this type of thing or that type of thing because you're supposed to go back and save somebody else. You were molested because now you don't even have to talk to the baby. You see that baby a mile away and you know somebody done touched her because you have been prepared to you're prepared to tell her how to come from out of that, so she ain't got to be around here going through the promiscuous stage or the opposite, hated herself or her body for years because she was violated early. You went through it to help somebody else so they don't have to deal with it for years. Listen, I'm trying to tell you from sheer experience. You didn't go for it. You didn't go through it just for you. You went through it so somebody else don't have to take 10 to 15 years to get to where you have been. They literally can get the shift right there. They receive it right there. Listen, the things happen to you, not to you, but for you. Oh, that's right, Miranda. No access. As you see, you heard the young, you heard them say, but look what they said. Your calendar is closed. You can't make an appointment. Yeah, because everybody don't get in this season. We use our time wisely in this season. We are staying focused in this season. See, you go through seasons where you have to literally set healthy boundaries. You can't I don't touch on just anybody and everybody. See, I understood the value even when I was a stylist very early on. I understood my ministry very early on. And this is definitely not the season to be touching on a whole lot of people with all that's going on. Listen, that's why you saw me set up other stuff long time ago. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, you are prepared for this. Listen, one of the biggest wealth transfers is taking place right now. Start researching the things you want to invest in. Start seeing what credit scores you need. Start investing. See, if you're in Orlando, I went to Trinity Credit Repair and my beautiful friend Cheryl Sutherland. We tried to offer a class last year to help the people. I got an online course right now on business credit, regular credit. I got a course on, listen, I'm giving contracts out. I done gave it all to them. But then you tell somebody to spend $250 or $500, they think you just trying to take their life. No, sis, figure it out on your own. Take years. Listen, I'm just doing my part. The Lord just told me to do my part, because see, all my stuff now is on Amazon. All my stuff I got courses that people all across the world can buy. Listen, it's just, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. You either get it or you don't. Even if you tell people stuff, only 1% go do it. I learned that. So don't even be focusing on, oh, I'm going to tell them, I'm going to get them the lick. No. Who's willing to put in the work? Who's willing to believe in themselves like never before? Listen, bet on yourself sometime. Listen, I bet on me. Listen, when I learned early off when I was in construction and they were willing to pay me $70-something and I was 23 years old, I said, if they paying me $70-something at 23 years old, the contract for my position is $150. I'll pimp me. You ain't finna pimp me. The only person pimp me is me. I work for the Lord. He never fires you. See, when you work for the Lord, you'll never get fired. See, when you work for God, you never get fired. And when I start seeing that these people got me going, I'm single, no kids, they fly me all everywhere, got me all on these projects, and oh, well, that's good money. If you paying me $75, that means I can make $250. If you paying me $75, if I just learn my craft, I can make $250. Come on now. If they giving you $2, you can get 10, I'm sure. Whatever people give you on the low, is you can get almost. My dad always told me, Kia, if you don't set yourself up and understand what you are worth, the life will always give you the crumbs until you know your value. Whatever people give you for free is the bare minimum of what you could have got on your own. When they was paying me $70-something thousand, I was $70-something thousand. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a multiple engineer, construction engineer, civil engineer, project manager, estimator, all of that. Listen, field engineer. Listen, I look like this. Listen, when they told me, when they was paying me on that contract $70-something thousand, and them people just came in the office one day and said, oh, Miss Foxx, the position, the contract was not, it was not continued. What? You done moved me down here to a whole nother city and you just walk in and tell me the contract is not continued? So I go from making this type of money that you want to put me on unemployment for $1,200 a month? What I'm finna do with that? The car note allowance alone was $700. What I'm finna do with $1,200 a month? That's when I learned, oh no, that's the last time. That's when I got in the hair full time. Oh, that's the last time. Oh, you won't just be changed. That's the last time you pimp me. You finna use me however you want to use me to your best ability, and then you just tell me, oh, we wish it's something we can do. And you go from making that type of money to somebody can change your life just like that. Oh no, that's the last time. That's the last time they had to show me that. And I've been getting it ever since. Oh, that's the last time. I told them at the last job, it was one of the top Fortune 500 companies in construction. I said, the next time you see me, I'll be on the other side of the table being one of your partners. And guess what happens? Guess where I'm at now? Come on now. Guess what sister girl at now? On the other side of the table. That's right, on the other side of the table. Thank you very much. What I told them, the next time you see me, I'll be on the other side of the table. Listen, I was 23 then, I'm 39 now. But guess where I am now? I'm seasoned. Listen, I'm not emotional. Listen, business is business. I done learned my lessons. Let's play some real ball now. Listen, I got all the certifications I need. Listen, I got them from everywhere. Listen, I started preparing myself. When people started asking me, well, what you doing? Don't worry about what I got going on. You just focus on your plan. What's your plan? Because see, when this thing get real, I'm able to actually help my brothers and sisters have jobs. I'm able to employ them. See, the Lord told me early that you need to get this stuff together, because you're going to have to be the one to give some people some jobs. You're going to have to be the one to help some people stay up on the up and up. Listen, but not no regular jobs, just some little projects. You're going to be able to get them some real money. Listen, so I'm doing this for all of us. Listen, so when this chocolate sister sit across them tables, know that I'm getting us ready. No, I'm getting us ready. I'm getting us ready. I'm getting us ready. I'm getting us ready. For those that are in different fields, listen, it's 10% women in construction, and black women is less than 2%. Listen here, sis. When you're going through this thing, it feels like you're going through it alone, like nobody can relate, because you had to learn them lessons. See, I had so much attitude in the beginning. See, I was early off. I had so much attitude, and they was trying me, and I was all about they trying me. No, baby, what lessons are you supposed to learn? See, one thing I wish I would have learned at FAM was how to deal with corporate America, because it's not about getting a job, it's about keeping the job. It's not about getting in the room, it's knowing how to play your hand. See, and the only way you can do that is if you know your value. Is if you've taken the time to really master your craft. As if you were willing to lay low while others think you're not doing nothing. If you was willing to say, the people say, oh, she lost it all. I sure did. Because everybody that you ever hear now that you marking about had to have a story. So I was gracefully getting my story. Gracefully. See, people want to get the overflow and the return without the story. No, you got to get your story. Everybody in the Bible had a story. Every single person in the Bible had a story. So you think you exempt from going through something? No, you got to get your story. You got to be able to witness to those around the world, to tell them, listen, I can relate. The ones you assigned to, I know where you coming from. Let me tell you, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm telling you, I was down to $5 multiple times. I told you I was at one secure credit card. Got so many now. Listen, you can do it. Stay focused. Get a plan. Get a strategy. What's your strategy? I was offering strategy sessions for like 2 years straight, trying to help people, and I don't know what I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what the issue was. I'm like, people, you tell them, listen, I'm not just talking to you. I'm trying to give you a strategy, how to literally play your hand, how to help you align the best way to maximize your time that you have. That's what I was trying to do. But God told me that's not none of your business. Plant the seed and keep it moving. You're not here to make sure that people, you can see the plant come up out the ground. You plant that seed and I'll water it. You keep going. Plant the seed and the Lord will do the rest. Sometimes we get frustrated with people when that's none of your business. Plant the seed. That's all you're here to do, is plant the seed. You're not here to tend to the land. The Lord will handle that. He'll be the one to see them through the process. He'll send others for them. Listen, don't you sit up here and get that. Don't take that personal. Plant your seed that you're supposed to plant. Do your job. I want to make sure my hands clear. I want to make sure my hands are clean. So when God tells me to do something, I'm telling you, it might sound crazy, but pay attention and be obedient. It's going to add up for you in the long run. Because listen, I'm telling you, this was a child that was 10 years old praying to the Lord, Lord Jesus, please allow me to be one of the people that get to live the life that everyone does not have the opportunity to live. I wanted to be a part of that percentage, because see, I was raised with a man that had nothing but fresh $100 bills. My daddy had about 4-5 hustles, and he had his main job he was on for 28 years. Listen, I was raised by a man that he had nothing but fresh $100 bills, so all I knew was money, so that wasn't the issue. But I wanted peace. I wanted to love and receive love. I wanted to be able to be free in my mind and in my heart. And that was one of the biggest. See, most people focusing on the money when you need to focus on the healing. The money is easy. You get that by default when you heal. What are some of the areas in your life that you need to be digging deep on right now? Listen, he's giving us the opportunity to do what's necessary for the foundation of our lives right now. What are some of the areas that no longer serve you? What are some of the ideologies that are not right? That we were listening to what them and they said, that was straight depressed all their life, that were miserable. What are some of the areas that we must be set free from? Because you will attract that in which you will attract that in which you are on the level for. Listen, it wasn't that it was not any good men out there for me. I was not together. I was messed up. Listen, it's not that I used to be like, oh, I don't know what these men at. He got this going on and that going on. No, sis, it wasn't the man. It was you. I had to get my stuff together. And when I stopped taking on men as projects, it's when I started actually seeing some difference in my life. I took my stuff on as the project. I said, let me stop focusing on these people's sons and focus on myself, so that I can actually be in alignment with a man that's on my level. Come on now. Let me stop focusing on these people's sons and taking them as projects. We be trying to find the most jacked up one. You know he ain't have no car, no license. He don't even own a wallet when you met him. And you around here thinking you got a project to work on, like, oh, I get to create something right now. I know what he need. No, you need your own self. You thinking you need a man when you need yourself, honey. You thinking you connecting it. Oh, I'm attracted. Something about him. No, you know that something about him is some familiar spirits, honey. He finna bring the same thing the last one brought. And you thinking, oh, it's something about him. It's just something I'm attracted to. No, sis, you attracted to them familiar spirits. Something in you is connecting to what he about to do that the last one did. It's called a familiar spirit. So it's not the man, sis, or brother. You around here picking a woman because of her body, and you can't build with her. How you gonna build with a woman that? How you building? You can't build with her body. You gotta build with her mindset. You around here worrying about somebody nagging every 5 minutes when you met a woman that you was just looking at her body. No, what's in her mind? If she's your helpmate, can you build with her? Is she prepared to be able to create with you? Is she ready to help the next generation? Are y'all supposed to be joined together? People around here worrying about the wrong stuff. It ain't just to have a man. I'm not trying to be on my knees every 5 minutes praying about no man and taking away from my enjoyment of life because I just want to rush the process. Oh, nah, do whatever you got to do. Take your time. I'm working on me. I'm doing me real good. Sis is doing her real good. I'm the project. That's right, King. When I took myself as the project is when my life changed. And when I left these people's sons alone. Listen, I would find the ones, I knew them men wasn't together. I knew them men, I would talk to some guys, and this is just a single edition for the ladies. Ladies, if you are single, if you are talking to this man and it's hard for him to look at his shadow, please don't get yourself set up with that. That means that's a man that never is going to deal with anything, or a woman. If you're talking and she can't look at what she's done wrong, or she can't acknowledge her reflection, when I mean her shadow, that means can they deal with their own stuff? Are they able to analyze where areas they are weak on and need to grow in? Are they able, if they haven't got to that point, they finna work your nerve. They finna take away from the cup. So if you started off at 80%, they finna let you end up at 40. When you get done with them, you will be around here gasping for air. By the time that relationship over, you done forgot who you are. Because they can, listen, when you are not with your match, you will meet people that they can't be around you, because in order to be with you, they got to break you down. Have you ever been in those relationships where they can't be with you? Because in order for them to be to be with you, they got to tear you down. They have to tear you down in order to deal with you. When you met them, you were exercising, you was drinking good alkaline water, your skin was clear. Now you around here got breakouts, you don't work out no more. You was in school, you was back in school. Now you're not in school because you want to focus on his stuff. See, they either are adding to your life or taking away. What'd you say, Laura Layton? Blessings, sis. Yes, that's another sis I met at Confidence. Blessings, sis. Love you. Blessings. Yes, our conversation. Seriously. Oh, blessings, Kenya. Blessings. Blessings. Thank you so much, Kenya. Thank you so much. But listen, this is the hour that you must prepare yourself for the things that you've been waiting on for a very long time in your life. And that requires a lot of internal work. That's why I didn't name it the Transformation Place just for it to be called the Transformation Place. God literally took me from disorder to divine order. Listen here, I was at a conference last night, a virtual conference with people all across the world, from Africa and everywhere. They're talking about all kind of amazing opportunities that's on the forefront, right? And listen, guess what? My book is called From Hard Hats to High Heels, right? Guess what the name of the conference was? From Hard Hats to High Heels. Ain't that something? I said, now this ain't confirmation. I don't know what it is. My book will be out this year. From Hard Hats to High Heels. Ain't that something? I said, well, Lord, this confirmation. I take it as a checkmate. Listen, God will leave you clues. He will leave you clues. But listen, sis, and listen, brother. Don't focus. See, I told one gentleman the other month, I said, you don't need a woman. You need some help. You need another job, brother. You can't take you setting this up for dysfunction. You setting this up for a woman that's not gonna respect you. If you meet her on this level, my brother, she's not gonna respect you, and that's why you have these women talking to their husbands like they 2 years old. They don't respect them because they met them at 40%, and then when they became who they were, they was like, I don't like him. I don't like the thought process. Marry a man that you actually look for. You don't want to talk. You want to actually listen to what he got to say. Because you actually value what he has to say, because you married a good, smart man. You married a man that was very brilliant. Marry a man that you are at your highest and he's at his highest. That's what you do, sis. Marry one of those. And I'm talking to those because I'm almost 40 years old. So I don't play games. So if you're not coming the way I'm coming, I done did the work. You got to do the work too. And it's a continuous process of doing the work to make sure we stay aligned. Listen. So the things I look at, that I looked at in my 20s, and what I looked at in my 30s, listen, it's totally different. I'm almost 40 years old. You can't come to me talking about what you gonna do, wanna do, I'm waiting on this. Oh nah, bro. My daddy always taught me about that. Don't you get bought with no words. You can't cash in on no words. Stop. People got all these pipeline dreams. They got all these pipeline dreams, and you around here getting sold on some words. And when it's time to really go into action, you have nothing to show for it, because all they did was talk. No, let people, what's their track record? When you're dealing with people, especially if we're in our 40s now, what's your track record? You should, listen, you should have something by now to speak for you. What's your track record? That's right. Listen, it works together. When I know my purpose and when you know your purpose, we're able to align. Listen, what you heard me say, I'm doing everything I need to do for my husband, actually. See, he's getting a resourceful woman, whomever that is that qualifies. He's getting because I get to choose. He's getting a resourceful woman. That's the same thing a man should be doing. He gets to choose a great woman that's able to help him multiply. Her mind, you ain't got to worry about her being negative. She's been working on healing. She's got to deliver. She's got to deliver from her childhood, her daddy, mommy issues. She's dealt with that. And see, when you can align with that, you're able to really make a difference, because kids are not able to be in households where they see broken people. 401k, brother. I'm serious, honey. Listen, my daddy told me something very important. He said, anytime you meet a man, look for his wallet. And most men don't even have wallets. They got money balled up in their pockets nowadays. Listen, everything he owns normally is gonna be in that wallet. If he don't have a wallet, you know that's not the man. And if he has a wallet, you need to see. I tell guys when I need to see your wallet. I don't want nothing in your wallet. But I need to see your wallet. I need to see what you're working with. I need to see what you've done thus far before I get here. Normally that's gonna tell you if he got insurance. Normally that's gonna tell you if he got keys to anything, a car, a house, apartment. What is he worth? Let's go tell you a whole lot. What kind of organizations are he connected to? See, it's gonna tell. See, we almost 40, so he should have something by now to show for himself. Does he have credit? Listen, some people don't even know how to write checks. They don't even have a checking account. How we around here with people that ain't got checking accounts? Come on now. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. God bless you. Make sure you don't listen to people that have not gone to places that you're trying to go. Sisters, I'm gonna give you a tip. Look at the wallet. And most people that be slipping don't have wallets and nothing in it. All right, the next thing is look at what's the last books they read. People that value knowledge, that value work, that value growth normally read books. People that value the things that really matter in life actually value putting in the work. Listen, let's look at some of these character traits. Do they have integrity? Look how people treat waitresses or people that treat people of service. See, I learned that a long time ago. When I would meet the bougies, I call them the brugettos, the bougie brokes. When I would meet the bougie brokes as a hairstylist and I would go do celebrity hairstyling, or I would go to different functions. And no, I don't have to show it because I'm not into all that. I treat people, everybody green is green. Right, does he have life insurance? Is he saying my mama got me? Right, because my motto is if you don't have no life insurance policy, expect to get burned. We gonna put you in this box for $700. It's simple. We gonna put you in this box for $700. Ain't nobody going all out to create debt for the living when you didn't prepare and have a basic life insurance policy that costs you less than $20, $30. So you going in this box. But anyway, listen, look at things that people have done. Do they lack integrity? Do they lack integrity? Do they lack integrity? Integrity means, is their word, do they drop the ball? Do their word mean anything? This is how I do with business. I look at people's track record. I don't need to know your name. What's your track record? Do you follow through with customers? Do you treat people like you want to be treated? What's the word? Are you concerned about the final product? Okay, hold on, because I can't, a lot of these comments, hold on, I see them way after the fact. Hold on, let me see if I can go all the way down. I guess they'll say when people treat waitresses, listen, I look at it, listen, a man that treat a waitress nasty, oh bruh. A man that treat a baby mama nasty, oh nah, bruh. Because I'm no different. You'll put me on the roster too. When I meet women that do anything for $1, oh nah, sis, you'll put me on the roster too. When I look at people that do anything for $1, oh, I'm on the chopping block too. You'll put me on the chopping block too. Right, no dental plan, no eye plan, no nothing. Listen, my daddy always told me that people that prepare are prepared to enjoy the profits that they produce. See, when you prepare, he told me that a man, it must be proactive. And I know the men get sick of hearing what my daddy said. I'm gonna do a whole series on my daddy says, because when I tell you that man done saved me, I think he knew he was leaving early, because he knew it was stuff that I need to ask these men ahead of time that people be asking after they get married or hoping the person change. No, you better love what you see from day one, because it might get worse. Listen, my father always told me that a man should be proactive. Any man that is not proactively planning for his own life cannot proactively be in position to be the patriarch in your life. You heard what I said. That means not living for today. I need you to learn the level of sacrifice. I need you to learn a level of discipline. I need you, when I ask men, who are your mentors? Who are 3 people that you look up to? And they tell me, I don't need nobody. Oh, nah, bro, we not in alignment. I don't need no mentors. We all need mentors. We all need somebody that has gone before us. When I meet blessings, Pastor Deborah Jackson. Listen, blessings. This is a woman. Pastor Jackson is a woman of grace, and I've always looked up to her her grace. She knows who she is. She knows when to say. She knows how to express. Thank you so much for being an example to me, Pastor Deborah Jackson. It's changed my life in a major way to be able to witness women of grace, because I knew I had such a masculine energy was going on, and so fighting against the air, that I value when I meet women of grace. I value that. Laura Lawton, the same thing. I value women of grace. They have just a natural disposition of, it makes you feel confident. You don't have to prove anything. Thank you so much for being an example for me, Pastor Jackson. Yes. Okay, my daddy I'm so serious. I'm gonna do a whole seminar on my daddy says, because listen, my father was a very wise man, and wisdom you cannot pay for. And that's one thing you want to know when you're dealing with individuals. Have they gone through the life lessons to acquire wisdom? That's why we value women of grace. That we might seem like and that's why I know that's where I will be at. And that's where I strive to be, because I'm working on my femininity instead of operating out of the masculine, because it's not meant for women to operate out of the masculine the majority of the time. When you are operating out of the masculine, that's why we see a lot of women that are sick, that we see a lot of women that are going through a lot of health issues, because that energetic is not supposed to be in your spirit. The men are here for a reason. They are doers. That make it happen is a masculine energy. Bottom line, that's another type of energy. We are here to nurture. We see, when I was going through the process, I wanted to know what the woman's role was in the Bible. Women are here of sacrifice, voluntary sacrifice. We're here of submission. Submission is not somebody forcing you to do anything. You chose that. That means I am intentionally doing this particular act, or I am intentionally. That shows internal power, right? When others look at it as, I'm not doing that for that man. See, I see a lot about a woman when I see if she fixed her husband's plate. This is the man that you chose to lead your life, and you don't even value him enough to fix his plate. And then, do you fix it in a plastic, or do you get him to finance? Do you value him in that manner? So when I meet women that don't even fix their husband's plate, oh no, we got ego struggle going on in that household. we got a whole lot of ego going on in that household. Listen, if you finally chose that man as the man, let the man lead. If you chose that man as the head of your household, let him lead. That's one of the reasons why I joined the River of Life, because I like the order that they had in the house. I believe in order. Most people thought I was the opposite, but I value order. People that are looked up as trouble people or kids, they want structure. They want discipline. Those kids, that's why they want to be there. They want to feel like they're getting some kind of structure. They want it. They actually want to be seen and heard and feel like they are literally, that makes them feel like safe. Listen. Structure is good for us. When I went to the River of Life, this is the church that literally has order, the spirit of excellence. I tell anybody, because different churches are for different things. If you're in your life and you're really ready, wanting to grow, you want to be around family structure environment, you want to see order in action, you see couples that literally are seeing from the top. It's all about the head on down. When you see the top, listen, so that's why when people are going places that the top is off, guess what? It's going to be all kind of discourse following down in their followers or the people that they are leading. Listen, when the top has order, when a woman of God over the house knows who she is, and she literally is graceful with loving on others, listen, she's graced for that position. When the man of the house, she allows him to be the man of the house and the head of the church, listen, that's order. We need to go back to the things that work. Order. Let the men do what they need to be here. I'm not a man, and I ain't trying to be no man. Listen, I'm tired. I've been doing this a long time, running stuff on my own. Listen, let that man be a man. That's why you should pick the right one. See, ladies, you get to choose. You get to choose. See, when you become your best, you get to choose whichever one you want. Listen, because when they meet you, they can be like, oh my God, it's something about you. Oh, I just feel inspired. Oh my goodness, I feel like I can chase my dreams, right? Because the woman is actually the one that fuels the man's dreams. See, he can believe on a whole nother level when he gets the right mate. Listen, he can believe on a whole, he feel like he's Superman when he get the right woman. It's nothing he can't do. And sis, that's why you take care of that good man, because he's going to do all of that you are literally speaking into his life. Because see, we are actually the visionaries. We're going to see things before. We're like, oh, he can do this and this and this and that. And we were doing it prematurely with all the other people. But listen, here, when you meet the one that God has chosen for you, when you wait, because that's the word, wait. And let that not be your focus. When you wait, I told you last week that I had to put children and husband on the cross. I had to be like Sarah and Abraham. I had to give it back to the Lord. I had to make that thing an idol. Didn't even know it. For about 15, 20 years, I was around here depressed, waiting on a man, when I should have been focusing on enjoying nature, the grass, the trees, my free time, stability, structure, chasing my goals and getting them. That's what I need to be being grateful for. Peace of mind. I remember when you heard me say I was depressed for 10 straight years. I got peace of mind. That's the most powerful gift the Lord could have ever given me, was peace of mind. Listen, when I got delivered from them demons, listen, it took more than one layout with the sheets on the floor. It took rounds, because every church didn't have the fivefold ministry. It took a continuous process of really wanting to be free from them doors that I hadn't opened that had to be closed. So they don't tell you that some stuff you open, listen, who finna close them doors? They don't tell you. They don't tell you when you going into stuff, you don't even know what you're doing. You finna open some doors, there's some other stuff coming on through there. Now you battling stuff that ain't even yours. Listen, I had to go through some real stuff to get freed. But everybody, I'm telling you, if you have a friend, this is a long video, but tell them, trust me, this is a now reminder, because I couldn't sleep. Anytime I can't sleep, I know it's for somebody, and somebody needed to hear it right now. And that's why I made sure I needed to say all that I need to say. I know I said a lot, but I'm saying it because I know it's multiple different people with different things that need to hear these things. But listen, we're in the hour. Moving forward, I want to keep things to 15 minutes because I know what attention span. So I appreciate you all time. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time for taking the time out to hear what I was saying, to be able to even be willing, because your time is precious. You don't get that back. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you so much, and please share this out to somebody, one of your friends. Somebody is having some real stuff going on that they just need to be inspired, to know that they are going to succeed, to know that it's already there, to know that the whole plan was customized for a time such as this, to know that all the ones that thought they was pushed to the side, that this is your time to rise up, that you were going through those alone seasons for a reason, that now it's time to come back to the masses, it's time to help heal these souls. Listen, revival is about to hit this land in a major way. Revival is about to hit the land in a major way, and we're not far from it. So listen, get your heart in order so that you have the capacity to help others, because we're all in this together. It's not just if I have. No, we all got to have. Listen, we can do some things if we all have peace, if we all have prosperity, if we all have a spirit of production. Listen, we can do some things. Oh, thank you so much, Kenya. Blessings, Miss Johnson. But listen, God bless you. God bless you. This is your season. I don't care what it looks like. This is your time. All you have to do is dig deep and listen to the Lord. Dig deep in this hour. Quiet all this. See, all this stuff is distractions. Quiet all this stuff down. I don't care if the Lord is telling you to fast. I don't care if He's telling you to pray. I don't care if He's whatever He's telling you to do. Because see, I got my juices coming right now. Because I got a clean house. I've been eating better, decreasing, but I need to really clean house, because see, your connection, just like we go through the Daniel fast every beginning of the year, listen, sometimes you got to refresh that thing up, because you need to hear. When you need to hear, you need to go to the Lord to hear. And that requires a clean vessel mindset. That requires us to literally push back some stuff that's sugars and starches and being sluggish. That breaks up our connection. See, the more you're able to cleanse your vessel, the more you can hear from Him, the more you're able to really start getting those downloads. We need to hear more now than ever. So sis, brother, do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do to hear from the Lord in this hour, because He wants to tell you exactly what you are going to need. Not nobody else, but He's going to tell you exactly. Blessings, Miss Stewart. Oh my goodness, we live just like a couple streets over. Blessings, Miss Stewart. Listen, see what the Lord has for you to do in this hour, because we are all in this together. When you win, I win. When I win, you win. So we all need to be winning. This is the atmosphere to literally stay in there and let these diamonds be created. Allow this thing to be able to create what God is trying to do in your life. Do whatever you need to do. If you have to distance yourself to get quiet, it's a must in this hour. You must value hearing from God like never before. That relationship to hear, he's going to give you exactly what you need to do. Listen, it's not about what everybody needs to do. It's what you need to do in this hour to position you for what he wants to do in your life, but not just you, but for your family. It's not just for us, it's for our entire family. Listen, a lot of us are generational curse stoppers. A lot of us have signed up to stand in the paint. A lot of us were willing, when before we came here, we had already chosen to come down here to do some powerful things. So yes, it was not easy, but we have chosen this. You chose to be the one in your family, to be the light, to be able to because they're watching you. I don't care if they're not applauding you. Don't worry about that. Just stay focused. They are watching you. Just like, was it David that his brothers put him in the, from the pit to the palace? I gotta see. That's why I need to be reading my Bible. Listen, because I be getting I know the stories, but not the names. Listen, that's how I do it, people. Sweetie, honey, no, what's the person name, Nekia? You got to start, when you do stuff for so long, it's hard for you to remember names. But let me tell you, just like in the Bible, when he had to go into the trenches to be the one, when he told his brothers that he was going to be king, and they literally tried to ambush the whole thing. It's going to be people in your lives. Joseph, thank you so much, Kenya. It's going to be people in your life that literally you are telling them what God is going to promise, and they can't believe it, and they will literally start trying to derail, not knowing that you are actually the one sent to help them. They're actually trying to derail the very help that God is sending them. See, when you get distractions is when you know you're on point, right? Listen, when you are sent to help them, they're actually thinking they're doing something to stop you when you are the help that was sent for them. They're going to need you in a mighty way. That's why my heart must be clean, because it's some people that tried me and they gonna need me. And that's none of my business. I must show them love. I must show them grace, because God forgives me. Listen, that's not none of my business. I actually be like, listen, I hope whatever he gonna do to you, he do to you quick. I don't want that thing to marinate. I don't want that thing to marinate. Listen, when people do stuff to people, I don't want that karma to marinate on them. I be like, listen, I pray that you get whatever what you put out come back to you quick, because I don't want this thing to marinate. I don't want that thing to marinate on you. Because we have to have a pure heart. Make sure our hearts are clean, our hands are clean. Just do your part. Don't worry about what somebody doing. Don't worry about what somebody believe. You just be the light. We be focusing on too much other stuff. Let people be great doing whatever great is for them people. Don't focus on that. that was my motto all last year. Let them people be great doing whatever great is for them people. Because so many times you get sidetracked worrying about stuff that's none of your business. That's not going to change your life. It's not going to change your life. But to say, if they eat the cake, you won't have to deal with the consequences. They ate the cake. Let people be on their journey. Each one of us has a journey. Each person's journey is provided just for them. Let people go on their journey. From your kids, let them fall. I'd rather let them hit hard early than later. So we ain't taking care of 50, 60, 70-year-old people. I'd rather them hit it hard now than hit it later. That's right. Let the Lord, listen, that's why when I see young ladies come to the church and people are giving them such a hard time because their clothes is short and tight, listen, you just give the word. That's all you need to do is give the word. Just give the word so they can, and let them feel, just you be the light, you preach the truth, and then God will do the transforming. You don't have to be sitting up here shunning the person down. Because see, the word is living and it works. So the word will actually do all the transforming. Once they hear enough word and they get a relationship with the Lord, he'll tell them what not to wear. You don't have to focus on them by what they wearing and what they doing. Listen, Jesus had all kind of people around him. Look back on all the disciples. It was all kind of personalities. He uses everybody. Let them do what they go do. That's none of your business. You just be the light. Do your part. That's all you need to be focusing on. It's just like going to your job. You better do your job before you get fired. Don't be worrying about if somebody else turned in their report. You better make sure your report turned in. You make sure your report turned in. And we go see, you just tell from the report of the Lord. Don't worry about what they report say. You just do your report of the Lord, and then we good. That's what's going to have to happen in this season. Too many times we looking and judging that there's too much. It's taken away from the love. Everything is love. Listen, don't worry about that. Just the more they keep, if you're actually the light, if you're actually the light that you think you are, then the more they come around, it's going to actually start working and transform the person without you saying or doing anything. If you're actually the light. See, some people think they're the light and they're not the light. You're actually nasty. You're not a good person. But you thinking you the light because you just around here condemning people. No, let the Lord be the Lord. That's why it's called the Lord. Let the Lord be the Lord. Let him do the transformation. He said you just do your part. You just speak your truth. Be a loving person. You don't have to agree with nothing they're doing. You don't see that this is what I need, because I was talking to my mom about this yesterday. You don't have to agree with what they're doing. You don't have to do none of that. But all you have to do is be the light that you think you are. And then if they come around you enough and hear this word that you're saying, that what you're saying, it should work. And the Lord's word works. And if you're showing love, then you are the light. And that's all you need to do, is keep it simple. Show love, speak the truth, and keep it moving. You don't need to worry about nobody's personal life. Speak the word, keep it moving. Be the light. Be the light of the world. That's all you need to do. The Lord will do the transformation. If they come around you enough or hear the word enough, it's going to tell them exactly what they should or should not be doing. Trust me, the word works. For years, people told me to do this and do that, but only until God told me is when I change. For years, they told me to do X, Y, and Z, but only until, see, if you come around enough, the Lord will do the work for the person. So you all have an amazing day. I'm about to get situated. I hope that I was able to help somebody today. Just somebody that is in the midst of one of the most powerful seasons of their lives. I don't care if it don't look like it from the outside. You must believe it in the inside, because that's what actually magnifies and attracts everything on the outside. So if you're worried about money, get creative. What's your creativity? What are the gifts that he has given you? Are you maximizing those? Do that right now. Are you literally getting your network together? Are you creating wealth through literally the things that he has already placed in your hand already? What are you doing with what's already in your hand? Do that. And all the other things. Heal your heart. Be the light. Be of use, so that you pour out all of your intentions and what you think you want, and let the Lord show you what all he has for you, because it's even the greater. God bless you. You are going to do amazing things, and you're doing amazing things already. On this earth, you are needed. You are valued. I love you. You are cherished. You are seen. You are heard. Each and every one of you, I want to thank you so much. Blessings to you. Bye, you guys. Have a good Friday.